Hello and welcome to today's crystal ball reading. We'll go over the cards when a few of you are in, but they are the same cards that we have been using recently. Hey, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Sid, hello and welcome. Okay, so AA says Ash's thoughts for me today, okay? I'm not getting anything for today, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. So maybe you've just been out of mind a little bit today, I'm sorry to say. So if you are new, I am Venus and this is Secret Frequencies, and I do readings like this all the time. Today is the crystal ball, and we do have the cards that we've been using the same cards recently. So we have Akashic, we have True Love, and we have Unity, Oracle, Unity. Maya, hello and welcome. I'm very well. I hope you are well. Yes, this is very, very nice today. So, having a great time. In the sun, Sid says, shortly after waking up, I still had my earplugs in and I was walking back to my room when I had a male voice talking. Who and what was this? What were they talking? Were they talking to me? Okay. Yeah, so this seems to be N trying to talk to you. It appears to be N trying to talk to you. Um, Maya, my ex-friend Misha Scorpio is racist with people for India, except India and Africa. So it's just some racism going on there, basically. I'm getting a no on that, so that's good. I'm getting a no on that. Let's see. Sid, what has caused my debilitating stomach pain today? I'm so sorry. You do seem to have some lasting digestive issues. So it could be like maybe IBS or something. You do seem to have some lasting digestive issues. Miss Venus says hello, Venusian sis. Hello, everyone. Very nice to say hello to the whole community. I appreciate that. AA says, what does Asha love about me? Yeah, so I do get looks, but I do get a level of compatibility with like personalities and conversations, you know, feeling comfortable in your presence and things like that. Miss Dina says, I just got a reading in my email with the subject line, you are worth fighting for. Is this a message for me? And if so, who is it from? Okay. Yeah, I would personally say the twin flame with this one. I'm feeling twin flame with that one. Misha, hello and welcome. There's a guy I met online. I only know his username, Carrot Pie, on Discord from my college, sorry. What I recognized him. What is he thinking about me? Okay. Yeah, there definitely is some thinking about you. There's a bit of an uncertainty, but there is attraction. Acacia for Maya, the Buddha prepares. So the Buddha prepares is all about taking your own time and not fitting into the constraints of anything you've placed on yourself. If you say, I want to achieve this by a certain time or this by a certain time, or if you have pressure from family or society to achieve things by a certain time or to be in a certain position at a certain time, this card is about all paths being different and you taking your time is perfectly fine. And you know, he's they're all waiting for him to give his speech and give his talk and, you know, do his meditation with them, but he doesn't really care that there, because he's happy to be in his own time, to take his own time. And that's how we should be a lot of the time, you know, because you know, there are pressures put on us by family, society, and things like that. But yeah, you're on your own path, you're in your own time, and take your time. Take as long as you need. Your path's different than everybody else's, and if you need more time, that's fine. If you're quick, that's also fine. Oh no, I dropped some of my cards. Sorry. Just grab them. Okay, dropped some Unity cards. I always think the universe wants to shuffle my deck when that happens, so that's fine. But I'll put the book on top of them again so they didn't blow away. Okay, back to readings. Fire Beauty, hello. Miss Venus, to clarify, what does Twin Flame regret currently? Does he regret even trying a game with me this last time or walking away from me? Okay? Sorry. Just trying to get comfortable here. It's the nicest place for the sun at the moment. So, okay. Does he regret even trying a game with me the last time or walking away from me? I don't feel regret about trying again. It feels more like not regret about trying again. It feels more like kind of upset, disappointed about the situation, disappointed about his about trying again, disappointed about how he handled things. I would say more disappointed about that. But I think the regret is about not going through with it. You know, the regret is about not trying hard enough, if that makes sense, or just not even trying hard enough, just being there, I guess. You know. Marines, Maya says Oliver wants me to chase him. Okay, so get a no on that one. I do get a no on that. Any card, Parrot Dabin, any card. Okay, so we'll have I dropped them again. So anyway, Unity, Unity card, is that right? Unity, yes. So here we are. So this is interesting. I think someone got this last time. So the golden thread, let go of judgment. So let go of judgment is obviously important, you know. We have these phrases like don't judge a book by its cover and things like that. But with this one, we see the yellow and the mandala there. It's very solar plexus linked, which is more suggesting to let go of judgment about yourself. You might be putting some pressures on yourself or putting yourself down a little bit. You might have some negative self beliefs or thoughts, and you need to release those. There's no reason to judge yourself. You're doing fine. You're a great person, you know? Okay. Sid, Nelly every night. Oh, I forgot to try the mic again. I keep forgetting that. How is the wind? Someone let me know. If the wind is really bad, I'll scroll to the bottom for one moment. If the wind is really bad, please let me know. Keep forgetting to try that. Just let me know. Is the wind really bad or is it okay? Okay. I might grab the mic in a moment if it picks up. So just let me know, because it would take me about 5 minutes. So I'm happy to do that. I just keep forgetting. Okay, where were we up to? Let's see. So guys, if you are new, I'm Venus and this is Secret Frequencies. And I do readings like this all the time. But I am behind in the chat. Just have patience for me to get to your question. Don't spam the chat, don't double post. I will get to you, so don't worry. Sid says Nelly, every night when I'm in the dark, not complete darkness, in bed, I see a white orb when I blink. Who and what is this? Okay? Yes, so we have angel energy here. I do believe it's mostly Opal, but I think sometimes Opal is connecting with Archangel spirits to help you, specifically Archangel Metatron, I feel. Linda, hello and welcome. Good evening to you. Miss Venus says, is the twin flames regret happening consciously or unconsciously? I feel like it shifts between both of them. Rain says, any card, true love, unity. Oh, are the cards? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Sorry. Miss Lord says, will I win 500 tomorrow from Win Loot? I guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm very sorry to say. Miss Lord says, will Jay message me? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Sid, will my stomach pain improve when I'm back on Monjoro? Slightly yes. Mohammed, should I take office CCTV installation in capital city? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Jasmine says, hello again. Since you pulled a name for the Gaves guy during the channeling, can you recheck to make sure his name is William? My questions are being missed again. Oh no! Oh, I am kind of tired of this. I don't know what to do. Okay, but let's check on William. Yeah, I do. I feel confirmation on that. I do feel confirmation. Sid says, will my GP be able to prescribe anything to help with my stomach pain that I'm not already taking for it? There's a possibility. There is a possibility they will prescribe something. As always, with medical and health related questions, please also double check with the appropriate healthcare professionals. As I really appreciate the likes on the video, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. And if you are new, do subscribe. Miss Venus, is Twinflame starting to realise consciously that he does have real feelings for me? Yes, I say yes. Maya, is Oliver a narcissist? I guess a no on that. Paradabin, will I get a call from TV online quiz in March? There's a high possibility on that. Sid says, why have I had diarrhea again almost immediately after eating dinner? Okay. Yeah, it's all linked to this digestive issue. I do think you should maybe get that looked at. It could just be like IBS or something, but yeah, there might be something to do, or certain foods to maybe cut out that might help, you know? Miss Venus says, does the twin flame miss me consciously, and if so, what does he miss about me? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I feel like it's quite holistic. I do feel like it's a combination, you know, of feeling like, you know, you have like fun together, you know, missing your presence, your conversation, your looks as well, you know. So yeah, it seems quite holistic. Risha, do you see me meeting someone in my college? Yes, I guess a yes. Rain, should I go to Kiyomizu temple today or study from home? I think a yes to the temple. Maya, will I be even more productive with the next coming months? Yes. I guess a yes. Sid says, what was Anne trying to say to me earlier? I'm checking that it's kind of like checking you're okay and expressing love to you. Miss Venus, now that Twin Flame has been reflecting on this, what does he think was the issue between us the last time? He just feels a little bit inferior. Like he just feels like he can't quite live up to what you maybe what you want, or maybe what he feels you need. But there's a feeling of not being able to live up to something like that. Jasmine, is he on my highest path? Do you think I should be setting my focus and intention on him instead of the other guy? Okay. I I would maybe say I would say no, because I don't really feel like I don't feel like you specifically need to set your intention somewhere. I feel like you'll be taken on the right path. I do feel like as long as you're, you know, doing your self-care, making the right decisions, and being, you know, a good person like you are, um, you know, I do feel like you'll go on the right path. But so I don't think you specifically need to focus on something, but I will say that that is the higher path. So if you are really wanting to focus specifically, I would probably say D, probably would. But I don't feel anything negative around William or anything like that, you know. Akashic for rain, okay? The willow, okay, the willow. So the willow is a very greedy tree. It grows very normally by water, and it absorbs a lot of water. And in these cards, our water is very representative, symbolic of our emotions. And what this is suggesting is that like the willow takes in the water, you've taken in a lot of emotion, and you need to release that or balance that or work on that. There's something emotionally that you just need to work on, basically. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Miss Venus, the twin flame's last conscious thought about me, okay? It seems to be more a flashback of spending time with you, of being out and having a good time with you. Sid says, how long are my stomach issues going to last for at this extreme level, okay? I'd say like 2 months, unfortunately. Maya says, why Oliver wants to control me? I'm not even his friends with benefits. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a trait of this person. It might be a lesson that they need to learn, you know, to let go of needing to control things. It feels like it is a bit of a personality trait with this person. Flower Beauty, what are AK's thoughts and intentions towards me? I feel like very positive. I feel like drawn to you, magneted to you. I feel positive. Sid, will my GP look deeper into my stomach issues or refer me to a specialist who can help? Okay. Getting more likely that they will look deeper. They will look deeper. Jan, is G a dog or a cat person? Okay. So I get the feeling that he likes both. That he likes both, but it feels like he's had cat pets before, but has never really had a dog and wants to have a dog. So maybe I would lean to dog, but I feel like he likes both. Um, Maya says a love card from Oliver. Okay. Inner peace, and it says you are enough, and it's someone journaling. So with this, I would say, um, you know, it's of course like or journaling, saying we're enough, or inner peace. That's a lot about inner work. So what it could suggest is that on this path, if you and Oliver are going to be on a path of love or connection, someone needs to work on themselves, and we know it's likely him with the control thing. So that could be linking to that, saying, you know, he needs to do a bit of self work, a bit of inner work, before he gets to maybe the level where he's resonating with you, Rain, thank you. And Sid, thank you. Unity card for Maya. Okay. These are the ones that keep falling. They're kind of on a slant. Oh, I got it. The diversity within. You are limitless, endless, and eternal. So this is also an interesting card when it comes to maybe like a work path or something like that, because it's all about adaptability and about the idea that you have very transferable skills. There's a lot of things that you can do, and you would excel in different roles. You could even be one of those people who, dot about doing different things as opposed to having one specific path, which is nice. Kind of like me. Miss Venus says, I know you said yesterday that this soulmate is the same as the last one you had picked up, but to clarify, you had picked up he had met someone else while I reconnected with my twin flame. So what happened? Okay. Yeah, it feels kind of like it didn't get to a super serious level and it kind of fizzled out. That's how it feels. So it's interesting. Maybe you broke up at the same time. Miss Lord, hello. Um, S. Leela, has John met Derek recently? Okay, I guess no on that. Sid says, do I have a thyroid issue? It showed up as borderline hyperthyroidism last time I had blood tests from the GP. Okay. So I'm getting a no on that in the ball. But as always, with medical and health related questions, please also consult with your appropriate healthcare professional. Yes. Ah. Mohammed, any card for me? Yeah, I keep saying your YouTube name today. I don't know why. Oh, I'm going to do Unity because they are new and I do like them a lot. So, okay, Unity for Mohammed. Never, forever. A chance to experience something rare. So, you could be finding a connection or a certain life event or experience that's going to be like a once in a lifetime kind of thing, so that's really nice. But also the thing with this, never forever, it could be a temporary thing, but it's still going to be very positive. You're still going to have a great time, you're still going to learn things, and remember that, but it may be a temporary thing, but it's going to be very, very positive, so that's nice. Jan, does Dee like to travel or have any desire to travel? Do you see us doing a big trip in the future? Okay. I get a yes to kind of liking the idea of it, but I don't feel like super motivated to do it. So, maybe it'll be something you discuss for a while before you do it. But I do feel like he would be up for it if that makes sense. Rain, may I have a Unity card? Of course. Community, connection, support, and collaboration. So yes, the community is very important to you at the moment. Getting out there, increasing your social energies, connecting with people in person and online. So it's nice to have you in this community. Miss Lord says, will I win 5,000 tomorrow? Get a no on that, I'm really sorry to say. Sid says when N spoke to me earlier, was he on the stairs? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Miss Lord says, is Jay going to send me a bad message? No, I guess a no on that one, so that's good. Aslila, did Derek block Stan's telephone? I guess a no on that. Miss Dean, Jan, in the past you always had a vision of a house I'd be in with a nice garden with Caden. Will the place I end up in the future with D be similar? Okay. Yes, I still feel like the energy of that is on your path, There can be certain things that shift, but I still feel like that's a prominent thing for you. Rain, or the ear pressure point piercings worth the time and money, though it's not much time and money, okay? I'd say yes on that. So Flower Beauty says you skipped my question. So, we've had a lot of glitches with YouTube lately. So what I would say is if you notice that a question has been missed, please understand that I probably haven't seen it because YouTube has been filtering out a lot of messages for some reason. I don't know why. So instead of just telling me I skipped a question, please repost it. Just repost it. That will be easier, because then hopefully I will see the second one. Jasmine says, this morning I had a dream Phil and wife were getting along and they were recording a stream from their bedroom. What was the meaning or the point of having this dream? Okay. So to me, it's very representative of how, so the symbolism here is how they present themselves to other people, how they like maybe put things out online, or conversations they might have, like if someone says how is the relationship going, they're speaking very positively about it, putting positive a positive how can I say, expression, a positive display out there, but actually things are not going so great on the inside. Flower Beauty, And you're picking that up in the dream, sorry, is what I'm saying. 5BT, what will happen if I return this person's calls who I still have feelings for? There's a possibility of things picking up there, so that's nice. Sid says, will I win any money this month or next month? So there's a higher possibility next month. I feel next month is better for you. Julia, hello and welcome. Can you tell me Simon's intentions towards me? Okay. I feel like there's romantic intentions. I feel like there's, you know, yeah, I feel like there's romantic intentions, but I just don't feel like there's anything like super long term. It's kind of like feels like wanting to get to know you better, wanting to see you. And it does feel romantic, but I don't necessarily get anything long term or anything like that. True love for Rain. Please like the video if you haven't liked it already. The garden. So you've got the garden. So the garden is all about that playful, happy energy. You know, it's like connecting with the inner child, being playful, being flirty, being, you know, getting out into nature, getting out into the community. You know, like you had community as well, because it's all about connecting. You know, and of course this is a little bit more about connecting with nature than people. But I guess people are a part of nature in some way. But yeah, it's all about like grounding, being like present on your physical life path, you know. And of course, the playful, flirty, light-hearted energies are linked to the love side of the card, you know. Jan says, I have a feeling Caden and Em have been hanging out these past 2 to 3 days. Why is this, and do you see this continuing? Yeah, so as far as saying like why this is, it's difficult to answer because, you know, it's kind of just like they want to, you know. But yeah, I do believe you, and I do see it continuing. Yes. Sid says, do I have a block that needs clearing from spells working at full power for me? Not right now. No, not at this time. You could do some work on your third eye, but yeah. Maya says, Oliver will continue feeling jealous with other men or friendly with me. I do get that a little bit, yes, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. Miss Venus says, Twin Flame has posted very sacrally song on Insta. Is that for me or just general? Okay. I actually do get just general with that one. I do get just general. Sid, do I have financial block? You don't have a financial block. You're in a process at the moment, and your financial and rooting energy and all that isn't exactly at the forefront. You're in a different process. This is all part of your life lessons and your life learning. So it's not a block. It's just you're not meant to have a super abundance at this time. Rain says, I intended to go to the temple with my brother, but should I ask my classmates if he would like to join us? Yes, I get yes on that. I'm not going to say that name, but hello and welcome. Miss Lord says, will I get 5,000 this month? I guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Jan says, how will my dynamic be with Dee compared to how my dynamic was with Caden? I always really enjoyed our banter and just how playful our dynamic was. Yeah, I feel like it's better. I get better on this. Said, will I get a free Rolt Pokemon in time on Pokemon ZA Legends before it expires? I guess a yes on that. Jasmine says, how old is William? It feels like late 30s to me. Sid says card of your choice, so Unity it is. Oh, your inner teacher. Listen to your intuition. Your inner teacher. Listen to your intuition. But look at the card. It's very beautiful. It looks very Starseedish, and actually reminds me a little bit of your Mintalking, guys. It's very Starseed-esque, you know. But your inner teacher, listen to your intuition. So your guides might be guiding with you with your intuition, or your intuition might be naturally heightening, which is very nice. Firebird, hello! Unicorn emoji, I love it. Rain says, speaking of the Willow card, I've decided to let go of C now, so there's no need to reply to my email. Yes, actually, I read that. Um, so I had some booked sessions this morning, and then I'm going to do replies after this, and I have a spell to do and things like that. But I did read it, and in my mind, I was kind of feeling like, you know, what should I say? And I was thinking, well, I kind of feel like it's not enough to grasp onto, if that makes sense, with all of the, I'm busy with this, I'm moving away. I feel like there's something for you that would be more available, I'm more attentive, caring about you more. And it's really great to focus on the work path, of course, it's really great, but it's about balance, isn't it, Miss Venus, is Twin Flame now thinking that he might have exaggerated or overreacted? Any relationship will need basic communication when he needs space to make it work. Lol. So is he thinking that he might have exaggerated or overreacted? Yes, I get a feeling of like, have I overreacted? I agree with that. Firebird says, look at you're at the beach. Well, the desert. It's like a desert. Yeah, if you want to see. It's quite pretty. There's mountains all around. It is really nice, and it's very warm. So yeah, I'm trying to get a tan. Hence, the clothes. Trying to get a tan a little bit. Catherine says hi, hello, welcome. So if you are new, I am Venus. This is Secret Frequencies, and we do readings like this all the time. Today is Crystal Ball, so you're very welcome to ask specific questions for the ball, or you can choose between our cards. We have Akashic, Love, and Unity. They're the cards to choose from. And like the video and subscribe. I will be on many, many times, so yes. Fire Beauty, if AK is my soulmate in this life, what is his purpose in my life? Anything serious or a lesson? Yeah, I would say a lesson. I would mainly say a lesson, but it kind of feels like there is potential for this to be long term, depending on how the lesson is handled. Does that make sense? Firebird says, how does Scorpio feel that my work project is being recognized by our boss R, especially when he undermined it before? Okay. I feel kind of like he's not surprised, because although he may have undermined it to you, I feel like he did recognize your abilities. So I feel like there's not really a surprise there. Catherine says, is George in a relationship? I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, O's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me. Attraction, care, attraction, care. I just feel very positive energies, like really, almost loving you, I feel like very strong positive energies. Jasmine says it does give beach vibes. Yeah, well, there's a lot of sand, just not a lot of water. Miss Venus, when does it look like O will have his physical visa in his possession? I feel like it's I'm guessing at least 6 weeks, at least. Is the gnat still in my room from Sid? Okay. I guess a yes on that, I'm sorry. Firebird. And same how Miss W will feel that I'm getting recognized for my work when she tried to undermine in a sneaky way. Yes. Yeah, there's more jealousy with this one. There's more like not feeling great about it, a little bit of jealousy. Miss Venus, is it likely that O will get his visa approved this time? I guess a yes. Miss Larger, welcome. Jasmine, what does William do for a living? Okay. there's some kind of like buying and selling. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It feels quite broad, like it could go from, small items to like cars, so I'm not 100% on exactly if there's a specific specialty, but I do get like a buying and selling element. Rain, is there any point in purchasing lottery tickets at this time? You have a little bit more of a kind of abundant energy coming up, but it's not right now. I would say more like beginning of April would probably be a better time for you because the energy of like abundance, like amplified activated root chakra, is more like beginning of April. But there's always a chance. It's small, but it's always there. Firebird says, did our boss or figure Miss W lied about trying to get credit for my work? No, I guess a no on that. Miss Venus, if O gets his visa approved this time, will anything change between us? And is that the only thing in the way of him pursuing me? I would say yes. Yes and yes, I would say. Miss Venus, when does it look like O and I will see each other in person again? I feel like end of April, beginning of May is coming through at the moment. Firebird, what's Scorpio been up with person he spent time with today? So I'm getting like out for food. Out for food is what I'm getting. At you. Hello and welcome. Okay, so you're asking, so girl, Gemini sun, boy, Libra sun. Will she fall in love with him? Will they get married? Okay. There's a possibility here. I feel like maybe I would give it like a 70% if I was to, to put a percentage on it. So yes, I say there's a possibility there. Um, so if you are new, I am Venus and this is Secret Frequencies, and I do readings like this all the time. I do vary, we have tarot, we have pendulum, we have matchstick reading, bone reading, very different unique readings. But today we have crystal ball. You can ask specific questions for the crystal ball, and you can also ask for cards. Our cards today are Akashic, Unity, and True Love. So they're the cards we have today. And yeah, if you need to get in touch with me off stream, all of my information is in the description of the video. It's my Facebook, email, and Discord are in there. And my website is secretfrequencies.com/shop. If you would like to check that out, secretfrequencies.com/shop. And you can see more of what I do there: Reiki cleanses, manifesting, like love and money, and more in-depth readings, one-on-one readings with me, or sound healing, Jan, do you still see like a white picket fence relationship for me, even with D? So like traditional marriage and kids and him being a provider, like how you saw before with Caden. So I wouldn't say completely a provider, as in like the only income coming in, but I would say yes, mostly to that. Especially in the case of you being pregnant and having children, Cohen? Cohen Roberts? Oh, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. But you say, do you see anything for me? So do you see anything for me is too much of a broad question. Very broad questions like what's coming this month, what's coming in love, do you see anything? That could open up a full reading, like half an hour, 40 minutes. And that's what my website is for, the more in-depth readings. But I will pull a card for Carwin, a Unity card. So let's see what you get. Carwin, the dance of connection. Everything is dancing with you. So if you feel out of harmony at the moment, if you feel out of harmony with the universe, you're very soon to get back into its flow. You're very soon to feel like you're going in the right direction, feel like you're being guided and helped. And yeah, very, very positive for this upcoming chapter. No! I don't think it's broken. Hold on. It's dusty, but it's not broken. Oh my gosh, I would cry. There's a little bit of a chip actually. It's okay. We can go on. These things happen. Right, okay. Let's try not. I'm gonna put the chip at the bottom. There we are. Okay, let's try not to knock that, Venus, okay? Right. Okay. So yeah, really good one there for Colin, so that's nice. Firebird, what trajectory of connection with P Aries? Okay. Yeah, this feels really positive. This feels quite resonating with you. Miss Venus, what is most likely to happen first? Twin flame breaking the ice with me again somehow, or me meeting my soulmate? Yeah, I feel like the soulmate's much more prominent at this time. I do. Jan, you misread my question. I was saying how I feel like they have not been hanging out these past few days and there's been some distance suddenly. Why is this and will it continue? No, it feels like they will. It feels like they will hang out. That's what I felt. Jasmine. So are William and Dee around the same age? Yeah, I would say, I don't think exactly the same, but I would say around the same, yes. Pratham, hello and welcome. So he's looking not a day older than 22. I appreciate that. It's much nicer than trolls that we do get. Miss Venus, what zodiac sign is the soulmate that you see coming towards me? I'm stuck between Cancer and Sagittarius for this, but I feel like it's likely one of those. Rain says I haven't replied to Colin's last message, but should I at least stamp the message? I don't know what you mean by stamp it, but I'll see what it says. The ball says yes. Jan, how will our dynamic be better than my previous one with Caden? I feel like it's about certainty, assurance, knowing that this person wants you and isn't like kind of running away, or it's just more attentive, more acting like in a relationship, not kind of stringing you along. Being more upfront, honest, forward. Firebird says, what is Scorpio's most attracted to physically with Miss W? Okay. There's something about the figure. I feel like maybe its legs coming through. It's a little bit of a shallow one. And what physical features is P Aries most attracted to in me? Okay. I get face, like smile, when you smile. Flower Beauty, why am I not getting any work at the moment despite trying? Okay. You seem to be being pushed into a slightly different direction, and I don't mean like a whole new thing, like you need to learn a new skill or anything like that, but you seem to be being pushed a little bit to mix things up. So an example would be, if you're an in-person business, you might try online. If you're an online business, you might try a bit more in person. If your main platform for advertisements is Instagram, you might try Facebook or YouTube. I just feel like it's the same kind of thing, but you're mixing it up a little bit, I think I might be able to take these off now. I will probably have sunglasses marks, do I? Oh, no, it's still really bright. It's still really bright. The sun is kind of going behind the place. Rain, what's the biggest thing I need to do in preparation for tomorrow's tour guide roleplay? So I'm really thinking about posture and expression. So I think that might be like voice projection or something, but expression and posture are really coming through. So it says if I eat Greek style yogurt with chia seed. Oh, I feel like that. That sounds nice. Will I have diarrhea again? Last time I ate it, I felt like I'd have it, but you didn't. Okay. No, I guess a no on this one. Actually, it can probably really help because if it's cultured yogurt, I would check if it's a cultured yogurt, because it might be better for you to get yogurt, because it might be better for you to get cultured, you know, for the digestive system, the microbes, little microbes. Jan, do you see me still deciding to not have a big wedding and elope instead, or will that change now with D? Not sure if he's going to change my mind. Okay. No, I see a possibility for marriage, but I don't see a big marriage right now. Maybe that will change. Maybe you guys will decide that, but I don't see that right now. Rain, I've been pushing back taking my driver's license exam, but should I take it this month? I have reservation for the 17th. Yes, you should. You're doing so much, it's really great. So guys, hello and welcome. I am Venus, this is Secret Frequencies, and I do readings like this all the time. So today is Crystal Ball. You ask specific questions for the crystal ball, or you can choose between the cards, which are Unity, True Love, and Akashic, sorry. Unity, True Love, and Akashic. You can ask as many questions as you like. We do only have about 15 minutes left now, but even if you're in a little bit late, I will at least answer one of your questions for you. If you're urgent for your question to be answered, you're very welcome to send a super chat, but it's not necessary. Just have patience with me and I will go down the chat. I'm a little bit behind in the chat, but please like the video if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate that. Jasmine says, okay, well, how much money does Will make? Sorry, I'm trying to narrow things down as to who I think will be the better choice, but this is hard. Yeah, I mean, I think really the better choice is going to be the one that you eventually do get aligned with, because it's not entirely completely set that you will meet both, you know. So I would say, you know, I just don't feel a negative or bad energy from either of them. I think that the path you're taking on will be the right one. I kind of have hope around your love situation more now. I mean, I had hope with Phil at some points, but I feel more like you're really going to get something that you really deserve now, you know. I feel like it's that kind of energy of like, good things come to those who wait, and you waited long enough, surely. But yeah, so let's see, how much money does Will make? Okay. I'm actually guessing a number. I'm guessing like 30,000 come through. So I'm guessing a number. True Love for Sid. There we are. So things coming into alignment. You have things coming into alignment. You have synchronicities making sense to you. You have fated things happening, whether that's meetings or situations, events. Just a very in tune and in flow with the universe kind of card. So yeah, look out for those synchronicities, angel numbers, things like that, and anything that just feels like you're divinely guided there. It doesn't feel like, you know, it feels higher energy. It feels positive vibration, you know. Do you feel like you'll be drawn there? Firebird says, is S Scorpio romantically invested in Miss W or someone else, or neither? Okay. To invested, I really feel no to invested. I feel like there's a lot more lust going on with him, you know, than settling down or like choosing someone specific, you know. I feel like it's much more lustful than that. Miss Lotties, what percentage is that for me to win 5,000 a week on a scale of 1 to 10? To 100, sorry, okay. I get like 10, maybe 12%. I'm really sorry. You know, sometimes I don't like the the financial questions when they're not so great. But I do think you could get. I do think you like. I think we all have the potential to get to whatever our highest level of abundance is on this life path. But it's just not on the path for everybody to be like super rich, you know. Firebird says, how did Pete Aries feel when we recently met? Okay. I feel like positive and hopeful. I feel positive and hopeful. A little bit of contemplation, maybe a little bit of, You know, how do I feel? What do I think? Thinking about things. But mostly I would say very positive. Um, Tejas? Hello, welcome. Sorry, let me know how to pronounce your name, but you're very welcome. Hello and welcome. I'm well and I hope you are well. Firebird says, have Scorpio and Miss W been dating each other? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Miss Venus, what is most likely to happen first? Oh, getting his visa and slash seeing him again, or me meeting the soulmate? Okay. At the moment, I do feel like the soulmate. Although I feel like it could be pretty close, I do feel like the soulmate. Please like the video if you haven't liked it already. I greatly appreciate that. It would be so nice to get to 20. Miss Venus says, how strong and protected do you see my energy field at the moment? I'd say just over 80%, just over 80. Rain, should I study more for the tour guiding tomorrow? I get a no in the sense of you don't need to. So you are going to do well. You're in a great place, but there's no harm in it. You know, it's obviously it's being very prepared, being very. Is the wind too bad now? Sorry. So yeah, we got a no on that you don't need to, but of course you could still do it as a precaution. Miss Lord, is Wimbledon trying to choose me to take home the mega prize? I guess a no on that. I'm so sorry. I feel like all of my answers to you have been no today. I'm so sorry. Flower Beauty. So if I do give AK another chance, what are his chances of patching up with AJ again? Very, very low. I feel like very, very low. Ben, hello and welcome. Anime, hello and welcome. I don't know what that message is about. K-pop or something. Rain, I'm going to a pug gathering with my brother Zen today. I love that name. I really love it. Should I take my dog Buryu? Should you take your dog? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Sid, you're welcome, of course, and Miss Lord as well. Jasmine, so I think we'll make significantly less than D. Can you check that? I definitely feel like it's less. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's less. You're welcome. The wind sounds nice. Oh, good. Sounds like that's my deciding factor. Don't need to be struggling financially for love if I don't have to. Oh, there are reasons to, of course, you know, not date someone who's totally broke or totally unmotivated. But money shouldn't be maybe not a deciding factor, but I get it. I do get it. Rain says, I know I love my brother's name as well. It's so nice. I don't know. Venus, Zen. Should I change my name to Zen? It's a really nice name. Maybe if I have a child, I'll call it Zen. That's just so nice. Amy says, do our cats love us? So I can tell you already, yes. But it's a love-hate relationship with cats. I think we all know that. Rain says, should I invite Setsuko? Very nice name as well. Not as nice as Zen. Should I invite Setsuko to the pug gathering? Yes, I guess a yes on that. And should I invite her to Kiyomzu Temple? I wish I could say that. Yes, I guess a yes on that. This is all kind of linking to your community card, you know, being more community based, maybe hanging out with more people a bit more. I feel like you are quite a social person anyway, so it can be maybe just affirming that. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate that. Jasmine says the number you pull for him is low. It's better than nothing but super low. Yeah, it is low. It is low. Amy, I lost my cross. Will I find it? I guess a yes. So best of luck for you to find that. I do guess a yes. Rain says, should I invite Shibata-san to Kiyomzu Temple? Kiyomizu. Did I say it right that time? I don't know. Right, should you invite Shibata. That one's not coming through quite as strongly, but I didn't feel negative on it. Like, if you want to, yes, but it's not coming through quite as strongly. Firebird says, so you have Scorpio and Mr. B meet up for this. Oh, have they met up this week? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Amy says, will I have a good Christmas this year? Oh my gosh, did you not have a good one last year? I'm so sorry if you didn't. Let's see. Yes, I guess a yes. And Rain says, invite you. Yes, please. I'll be on the next plane, I promise. Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I mean, Japan was something like, I think you know, me and my ex were like saving to go to Japan. And it's not really something, it's always been someone else's idea, if that makes sense. But I would love to meet you and I would love to have a tour. And Temple sounds great. You know, the thing I thought about is like, it's just a city. But I saw the, like, of course I want to see the blossom trees. And some of the, like, kind of, would you call it, the coast? The kind of beach areas look absolutely beautiful. That, allures me, that entices me much more than like a city, you know? But yeah, I would love temples, like ancient temples. I would love it. And Amy, what calls will bring good luck and good fortune? Okay, so first of all, my main tip, red on the bottom. So red socks, red underwear, red whatever, you know, things like that. But let's see specifically for you. Some yellow, some hints of yellow. Rain says go with your new boyfriend. Yeah, of course. Yes. It would be great. I do still want to go. I do still want to go. It's super crowded during, yeah, I can imagine, but I just want to see it. Messina says, do I still have strong protection around me from my guides and higher self? Yes, I guess a yes on that. I think you've been knocked a little bit from recent events, but I think mostly it's, you know, stayed up, if you will. Amy, you're so welcome. It would be lovely to see you on another stream. I really hope you join us and come back. So I think we will finish up for today because we're kind of naturally quieting down, which is unusual for a crystal ball. But yeah, so I'll finish up here, and I will update you about when I am next on, hopefully pretty soon. Look out. So, oh, if anyone who's still in, by the way, just for one quick moment, did you see the short announcing that I would be on? Please, if you did, please comment. I would like to know. I don't know. I'll do a post next time. It is short, but not many of you saw it, I don't think. Rain, if you want to visit Kyoto, I recommend going on non-cherry blossom season. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly names of places I want to visit, but the things you're saying just sound so great, like temples, you know? Anything that's like an old megalithic structure or like ancient ruins or temples or anything spiritual linked or, you know, anything like that. Rain! Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Super sticker, thank you so much. Miss Venus, you saw it. Oh wow, I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. Amy, how can my, how can you make Tazzy like you more? Okay. I feel like there's definitely a kind of warning against trying to make someone feel a certain way about you more, if that makes sense. But I feel like there is something there already that can be worked on. And I do feel like it's much more kind of like about your really putting your positive attributes, if you will, forward, you know, and being very um just really your outgoing side, your, you know, your kind of confident, kind of, you know, the side that's very positive and high self-esteem, you know, really putting that energy out there. Our external energies are really important to how people feel about us and view us, you know. You can attract things with the external energies, um, in a way like different from someone just being physically attracted to you, if that makes sense. So you can attract things with those energies. When we keep them high and vibrant, we can be like a magnet, you know. And you're welcome. And Miss Venus, I'm glad that you've seen it. Rain, there are other cities I recommend for cherry blossom season, but oh, please do let me know, because that is one thing I would love to go. And if I had a little hint about where it's not going to be as crowded, that would be great. Taji is your cat. Oh, I'm picking up something totally different here then. I think that's more general about making people like you more. Okay, let's see. Let me try to. If you leave your full name and date of birth, that might help. Sometimes when people are new and I don't have a picture or full name and date of birth, I don't get super accurate reading. So if you're happy to put that, that would be good. But let's see what we can get for that, and I'll focus on cat energy, not trying to make people like you. Okay. No, with this, I feel it's more like just a process. It's more like just them getting used to you and getting used to you, and just kind of settling. Like it's just like a bit of a process. It seems like it doesn't really seem like you need to do anything specific for that. So sorry about my miscommunication with that one. Miss Venus, you're welcome. Rain, is it safe to give Buryu the rest of the leftover miso porridge? I'm getting a no on that. I'm really sorry to say that. Yeah, I do get a no on that. Firebird, if Scorpio has simple lust interest, that means he and Miss W have been heavily sensual and really intimate now. I feel like intimacy to a degree. I wouldn't say it's super frequent, but yes, I would say something has happened there. Rain says it's cool that you can read animal energy as well. I do animal Reiki. I like animals a lot, and I like connecting with animals. I have a strong empathy to them. You know, they're much more connected to the flow of the universe than some humans are. You know. Daz EFC, hello and welcome. Is that football team? Amy, I appreciate you, Amy. I appreciate your patience with that. Jasmine, I haven't told you in a while, but you have been a huge help in my life. I appreciate you so much. You've helped me make so many important decisions. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. And I'm really grateful for that, especially coming from you, because you're one of the people in the community, and there are others, and I think you know who you are, guys. But you're one of the people who I know would be there for me if I needed anything or I needed help with a decision. I know that you'd be there for me, and that means a lot to me. Rain, should I encourage my friend Julia to take the Kyoto tour guide course next year? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Firebird says, what did Scorpio and Miss W do when they met? Was this on the back of a work trip? Yes. And again, it's much more seems like a hanging out, but there is a little bit of intimacy there, yes. Rain says I second what Jasmine is saying, and I second what I said to Jasmine to you, because Rain, you are definitely another one. I know that you would be there for me if I needed you as well. You are definitely another one. I love you guys. Everton, yes, I thought so. Well, yeah. Best of luck if they're playing or whatever, you know. Everton, yes. Although I used to drive past there and I hated when they were playing because it would be so busy. Let's see. Rain, should I invite Shibatu-san to the pub gathering? I'm guessing like you can, but not, you know, not really much push to it. Rain, he wants to meet my brother. Well then go for it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much push to it, but also, you know, it's not like a negative energy around that. Miss Venus, also just FYI, my body did confirm to me that this super high vibrational energy which you picked up as Arcturian is my higher self. So interesting. Amazing. Amazing. It's nice that you are connecting with your higher self. Um, Rain says, I will. Miss Venus blew my mind. Amazing. Yeah, I think it's great, you know, if you're rally. I love to hear about people's progress and tapping in and, you know, what you pick up spiritually yourselves. Yeah, it's great. Jasmine says love you too. Yay. Um, Daz says, have you been to the new stadium at Bramley? No, I don't believe I have. I don't. I think I've, because I live on the Wirral. I think, usually, I'm in America right now, but I live on the Wirral. And I think I can see that stadium across the water, I think. But I haven't been to that one, I don't think. Livia, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Yeah, Miss Venus, you're very in tune. I feel like I always say, I feel like there's some people who come here for readings. I feel like there's some people who come here to get confirmation on what they already know. And I often feel you like that, Miss Venus. You ask me a question, but you're like, yeah, that's what I think as well. Um, so I'm jumping off. Guys, I'm jumping off in a moment, but Livia says what's coming as job opportunities. So what I will see is, let's see, maybe the time that a good opportunity will come, but still keep applying, still keep trying, but I can see, okay. Oh, I don't think it's too far away. I would say 3 to 5 weeks, which of course that's not super, you know, you want it tomorrow, but 3 to 5 weeks, I'm guessing. Um, so yeah, and helps you trust your own intuition. I think that's a good way as we progress, is, you know, and always constantly checking, you know, sometimes we're wrong. I had a really long session yesterday, an hour and a half session with a client, and one of the answers I gave was wrong, and I was thinking about it and I was like, I'm going to have to double check that. And I double checked it and I had to message her and be like, I was wrong with that question, you know? So I do think we always have to be like checking up, not always, but it's nice to double check ourselves and make sure, you know, if you get the same information as a lot of other psychics or a lot of other spiritual people, you can kind of say, yeah, maybe that's correct, you know? Um, Thank you. Oh, I like getting recognition on my tattoo because it's secret frequent. I know the writing's back to front for you guys, but it's a Venus symbol, which is my name, Venus, and then it says secret frequencies. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, so let's see. Sometimes I mistrust what I get because I may be yeah, 100%. We can be biased. It's like me doing that question for Amy just now, and I'm just automatically in my head saying she wants people to like her, and I'm looking at that, and then she's like, no, it's a cat, and I'm like, oh, I need to look at the cat. So yeah, we do have biases; they do come through. So yes, but that's really nice. It's been so nice to catch up with you guys. I will keep you posted, whether it's shorts or posts. So just keep checking the shorts and the post tabs, and I will update you as much as I can. But as always, if you need to connect with me for any reason, if you have any questions, queries, anything you want to talk to me about off stream, you know, sometimes you guys are into other things that we can't really talk about here, like conspiracy. If I have my Facebook, email, and Discord in the description of the video, you're very welcome to reach out. I'm very happy to reply. And my shop as well, you know, my website. So secretfrequencies.com/shop. And there's Reiki, cleansers, spells like love and money. And there is more in-depth readings, or like one-on-one. More in-depth readings and some one-on-one sessions with me, like sound healing sometimes, or, you know, whatever it might be. Thank you guys. Oh, I'm getting compliments. You know, it constantly shifts on YouTube. It's like tons of trolls asking you stupid questions, and then you get nice people complimenting you, which I do prefer. So thank you guys. I have a laugh at the trolls sometimes, but I do appreciate the compliments. I'm going to listen back to the wind here because I did think it wouldn't be great. Thank you guys though. I really, and all of you, or every one of you that has said that, all of your energies are beautiful as well, and I'm sure you're very beautiful inside and out, of course, of course. So yeah, um, the background. I know. I'm going to listen back to the wind in this one because I think maybe it's not as bad as it was on the last one. Maybe it's like a soft breeze. But yeah, I will. I really need to try that mic, and I keep forgetting. But yeah, so love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really, really hope to see you very, very soon on another stream, and I'll keep you updated with where I'm going, what I'm doing, and I will have all of my things with me that we have so far. So I know we only have 3 decks so far, tarot decks, but we will get some more. Um, it's just what I feel drawn to. Des says, are you in Miami? Nevada. It's Nevada. It is Nevada. So yeah, and yeah, it's very sunny here today. So yes, I'll be traveling to LA soon, so that'll be kind of like the updates if I'm staying somewhere, if I can stream, if I can't stream, because we're kind of on our way to LA very soon. Um, ah, oh, oh. um, love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really, really hope to see you soon.